Today on Larry King Now, Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Elizabeth Henstridge.
Right from the audition with Joss was so fun. I remember just laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
Auditions are not supposed to not to be fun.
Right, they're meant to be tense.
Yeah.
And he just takes the tension out of a room and, you know, he's the biggest star in the room, so...
Iain De Caestecker.
I suppose the thing, just talking about the show is that it kind of brings back that idea of having a comic book every week that you tune into and follow the story through. You know, whilst the movies are great and they're a big spectacle, they don't come around as often, so you've kind of got a story of the week with the show, which I suppose is something which appeals to people.
And Brett Dalton.
Yeah, it was Marvel's first foray into television. And I don't know, I moved down here from New York, and I just remember looking around the city and seeing more posters of myself than I ever thought was possible or reasonable. Yeah, I mean, I think there was a little bit of pressure, but we also, I think, felt like we won the lottery as well, being on this show. Yeah. So just to have work.
Plus, anyone else on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. you'd like to play?
Brett Dalton.
You keep deferring to him.
Just look at him. He's an Adonis.
There's the chemistry.
All next on Larry King Now. Welcome to Larry King Now. Our subject today is Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. After a game-changing mid-season finale back in December, the hit ABC show returns tomorrow night, March 3rd at 9 p.m. Joining us from the cast, Elizabeth Henstridge. She plays the genius biochemist S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Gemma Simmons. Iain De Caestecker plays S.H.I.E.L.D. agent Leo Fitz, the brilliant engineer and lab partner to Agent Simmons, and Brett Dalton, who plays double agent Grant Ward. Guys, thanks for coming.
Thanks.
All right, there was get us up to date. There was a mid-season that ended in December. It's coming back tomorrow night. What's going on?
Oof.
Who wants to start?
So much.
Oh, I don't know. It was quite a big mid-season finale. I mean, Trip, unfortunately, is no longer with us. There was a diviner in the Magic City, Alien City, sorry, that has changed our dear Sky and possibly Raina as well.
That's all you can tell us?
Whitehall's dead.
That's really good, Brett.
Yeah.
Whitehall's dead. Ward is still on the loose. The Hydra threat is still out there because you cut off one tentacle and two grow in its place, or something like that.
Where do you shoot this?
LA, Culver City.
All here.
Yeah,
all
Culver
here.
City Studios, yeah.
And then sometimes, well, like for the pilot, they did scenes in Paris. And then...
We've been to Sweden. We did
Yeah.
Sweden.
Well, as actors, how do you regard a series based on a comic book? How do you approach it?
What's cool about this show, I suppose, is that unlike most Marvel stories, the central characters are human beings, and they're fighting against the same kind of superheroes and supernatural elements that they do with in a lot of the other stories. But we're human beings, so the stakes are raised, I suppose. Yeah.
And the style of it, I think the style of acting in it is like any other drama. It's not really... The storylines are elevated because it's a comic genre, but in terms of the acting, it's the
No
same
different
process.
than if you were doing
Right.
Ibsen.
Yes,
Right?
correct.
Just a bit more CGI.
Yeah, we get more help.
No, do you know, for an actor, it's just as serious as no matter anything you were doing, right?
Yeah, I think we're trying to play the truth of the moment, for sure. It just happens to, be a world in which there are people who turn into giant green monsters and come from outer space.
How do you account, Iain, for the success of all these Marvel things? The movies, the television shows?
I don't know.
I grew up with Marvel Comics. I used to go up to Marvel Comics in New York and watch them draw.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I knew Stan Lee very well.
Yeah, I mean, we've met some of the artists. They're like, and we go to this Comic-Con thing, and like they're like heroes. They're like gods at these kind
But
of
they were
things.
comic books. Just comic books. And
Well,
now they're television and movies. Why?
I suppose the thing, just talking about the show, is that it kind of brings back that idea of having a comic book every week that you tune into and follow the story through. Whilst the movies are great and they're a big spectacle, they don't come around as often. So you've kind of got a story of the week with the show, which I suppose is something which appeals to people.
Do you know why they've taken off? Brett, why they're doing so well?
Well, I think that anytime you have a story of kind of good versus evil, there's going to be some appeal to it. And I think that's what you have in kind of an exaggerated way sometimes. You know, you have superheroes who are trying to save the world, and then you have villains who are trying to destroy it, and then you have somebody like Grant Ward who's not in any category and kind of a bit of a wild card. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, there is something very satisfying, I think, about a universe in which the good guy always wins.
Tell me about the concept of the Inhumans. What is an Inhuman? And will the focus change in this season?
Yeah, okay.
Brett's good at the Marvel questions.
I suppose so. Well, Inhumans are different in that they were born different. What we've seen up until now is superheroes who have gotten their powers through science or technology. You know, you'll have
Some accident.
yeah, some accident with gamma rays turned Bruce Banner to Hulk, or technology with Tony Stark turning him into Iron Man, or somebody from another planet like Asgard coming down and trying to save the world. But Inhumans are born different, so, and their powers are revealed later, so they kind of have a different journey. It's not like it happens all at once, or they fly
You're
into
human,
Earth.
right? The three of you are all human.
As far as we know,
As far as we know,
Larry.
yeah.
Yes.
What does that mean?
No, I don't know. I mean, I just woke up. I feel like I'm a human being. But yeah, and so we are the first ones to introduce Inhumans into the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Which is really cool.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
Just in case you didn't realize.
All right, Agent Carter, Marvel's Agent Carter, has been in your time slot the last few months. Any connection between the two shows?
What they're constantly trying to say is that, or what they constantly try to do is the whole Marvel universe is all connected. So whilst that's in a completely different period from us, we did have a bit of a tie-in, right, in the first episode of season 2.
Yeah, she first discovered the Diviners.
Right.
That then played a huge part in Skye's reveal of her transformation. And Peggy Carter is the person that founded S.H.I.E.L.D. So, I mean, just from... There are themes in and out if you... You have to look closely for the breadcrumbs sometimes.
There was a lot of buzz about the premiere, right? I mean, do you think you had a lot of pressure?
Season 1, I mean,
Yeah.
the very first. Yeah, it was Marvel's first foray into television. And I don't know, I moved down here from New York, and I just remember looking around the city and seeing more posters of myself than I ever thought was possible or reasonable. Yeah, I mean, I think there was a little bit of pressure, but we also, I think, felt like we won the lottery as well, being on this show.
Yeah.
So just to have work.
Do you stay close to the comic books?
We do. We get them given out to us quite a lot, don't we? And they've actually just started. I think they just started a S.H.I.E.L.D. one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Which was cool. Which they obviously made me very muscly in. Which
In a sense, your characters, since they're not superpowers, are kind of braver, aren't they?
I'd
Because
say.
they don't have superpowers.
Yeah.
that's exactly right.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, Ian, and Brett talk about being a part of the Whedonverse right after this. We're back with part of the cast of Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Now, Joss Whedon is the director of all of this, right?
Yeah, he directed the pilot episode.
Yeah.
Right. And he's the director of The Avengers and its upcoming sequel. How involved is he in your show?
He serves as an executive producer, so he kind of birthed the show with Marissa Tancharoen and his brother Jed Whedon. And then he oversees everything and, you know...
He's not on set every day, but, you know, I mean, he definitely is.
He's
Still
busy.
felt
He's a
it.
huge part of Marvel as well. I think he's very.
And a lot of his works, women are strong characters, right?
Yeah.
Which must appeal to you.
Yeah, it does, definitely. And it's nice that he never, you'll never see a character on our show explaining that they're a strong woman. They just are strong and happen to be female, which is important too.
You first came off as one of the heroes, right? What was
Well,
the
thank
idea?
you.
Why did they make you a double agent all of a sudden?
I think because it makes interesting television. It was the big reveal of season 1. I mean, it was, I don't know, I mean, I've been thankful just to play this guy because he starts off as one completely different thing. And now I'm sort of running away with him in a different direction. But yeah, he started off as, you know, a guy with no people skills, but could break your neck. And then, yeah, he was a wolf in sheep's clothing the entire time. So that was a big reveal. And I I think made him a completely different character. And now he's this, not just a lone wolf as he was in season 1, but he's a wild card. I mean, you never know what's going to happen.
More fun to play in the incarnation?
Yes, if the smile is any indication. Yes, absolutely.
What do you like about your role, Ian?
I suppose it's changed a lot this year, which has been interesting. I think for season 1, we were...
It's a comic relief, right?
Yeah, I suppose, and the only kind of advantage or weapon they had over the dangers that they faced was their intelligence, was their brain, and in this season it's been Fitz suffered some brain trauma, so it's been quite an interesting storyline to kind of follow and see that taken away and what that's done to his confidence and his relationship with Simmons
and me.
Now, you have a lot of chemistry together, right? The two of you.
Thanks for noticing.
Yeah, we do. Yeah.
Did you audition together?
Yeah, we did.
We did our screen test together,
Yeah.
right?
In the final round of the auditions, they had 3 of each character and paired us up.
You're from where, Scotland?
Scotland, yeah.
You're England.
Yes.
Did the characters have to be from across the pond?
I don't think so. I
Yeah.
think they were open. There were definitely lots of different nationalities when we auditioned. So I think they wanted to create the feel of S.H.I.E.L.D. being an international organisation. Yeah.
What about stunts? Do you do stunts? Do you like doing stunts?
I like that I was given a chance to work, and that they saw that I could, you know what I mean? And so they're like, hey, can you do this? Sure, why not?
Like, what do they have you do?
Well, I didn't know how to drive a motorcycle, for instance. So season 1, they taught me, you know, in a parking lot how to ride this little tiny motorcycle. And then next cut to February 14th, this was Valentine's Day, spent with Joss Whedon in Paris, rainy Paris night. And so then they have me on this giant like V6 Harley Davidson on wet streets, going up a curb, and I locked up the brakes a couple of times. It was not fun. I was faking it until I made it.
You could have had a stuntman, right?
I could have, yes. Yes.
No, why not?
I think it was important to see, or at least that's how they pitched it to me and got me fighting and doing all this stuff. It's important to see that this person really is who they say they are, is really in there. So I think you can tell.
Now, Ian, Elizabeth, you do a lot of scientific terms, right? That hard to
Yes, we
hard
do.
to learn?
Not really. I mean,
No?
I think maybe
would be
see
for
the
me.
outtakes. There's a few outtakes.
Whereas they have to do stunts, that's kind of they're our stunts. So
Verbal
like we've got extra
We
time to kind of
exercise
work
our
on it.
tongue muscle, yeah. It's usually you can break the word up and figure out what it means, but I'm sure we've butchered some scientific terms. And
Oh yeah, scientists hate us in real life.
Do you see each script, just one script in advance, or do you know where the season's going?
Yeah, just one. We'll usually maybe have a chat now and then, usually at the start of the season, and they'll tell us kind of ideas they have. But yeah, we find out week to week what's going to happen.
So you don't know what's going to happen, like in the 3rd week?
No.
Or in the 2nd week?
Yeah.
Including big reveals like, hey, you're a spy, by the way.
Yeah.
You know, or like with
sometimes
Chloe.
they'll just come up to us and have a terrifyingly vague question of, can you swim? Or they probably said to you, like, how do you feel about motorcycles? And then you'll say, oh, that's okay. Yeah. And then that's it. They'll just go, any more information? No. Have you ever jumped out of a plane? No. Okay.
Yeah.
Do they use a lot of green screen?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it fun doing it?
On the green screen.
No, is the whole thing fun?
Oh yeah.
yeah.
And the best part, really, I have to say, is the people and things. You know, we have a really start from the top down with the showrunners like Jed and Mo and Jeff. They set a really nice tone and atmosphere on set. It's kind of the best part, I think.
Yeah, right from the audition. The audition with Joss was so fun. I remember just laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
Auditions are not supposed to not to be fun.
Right, they're meant to be tense.
Yeah.
And he just takes the tension out of a room and, you know, he's the biggest star in the room, so...
We'll get to life before the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. with each of these wonderful people when we get back. What were you doing before this?
I was back and forth between America and England, did a pilot, did a couple of things, but just grafting, just trying to get the jobs. Had a million side jobs in England and...
Did a lot of theatre in England, or...?
Yeah, trained in theatre and then, did some theatre, but I thought that I would always... My dream was to always be on stage, and then I just started booking more TV roles, film roles.
How did you get into the S.H.I.E.L.D.? What were you doing before?
When I was like 19, I think, I went to a college in Glasgow in Scotland called Langside College, and I just had a great experience there, and then moved down to London, then came out here, and I think Shield was my first meeting when I came out here, so it was just lucky, like just
Really?
good timing. Yeah, just good timing. Yeah.
Were you doing acting in London?
Yeah, I had been. Yeah, I'd done a few things in the UK.
Ian's established in England. He's being modest. You've done a lot of cool things.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate, kind of, in being able
Doing
to do
TV and stage and
Yeah, I haven't done a lot of stage though. Yeah, so that's something I'd like to do.
American TV a lot different than what's in the UK?
I suppose the big difference is, to be crude, is the money, but it just involved, no, just that's involved in production over here. But
bigger.
In terms of what we do, it's the same process. You learn your lines and you prepare and you come in and do your job. But it's pretty much the same. Yeah.
You majored in acting at Yale?
I did, yeah.
So did Paul Newman.
I know. I actually had a buddy who was living in his old place, or so the landlord said.
Was Yale a great place? Was Yale equal to its reputation?
Yes, and the proof of that is Lupita winning the Oscar last year.
12 Years a Slave. She was a classmate?
She was. We did a play together. Yeah.
Wow.
I know. Pretty awesome. I taught her everything she knows, so she's really doing a wonderful job. Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, we're going to play a little game of If You Only Knew, because in the last segment, lots of social media questions. Remember the first boy you kissed?
Do I remember? Yes.
What was his name?
Joel.
How old were you?
Dad didn't watch. I think I was 12.
You know whatever happened to him?
No, I don't actually.
I'm Joel.
It's me.
Yeah, it's me. This is why we brought you
First girl you kissed, Ian?
Yes, I think. Yeah, I do. I think so. Yeah.
How old were you?
I was like 11. I remember hating it, not enjoying it at all.
Yeah, gross.
And what about you?
Missy Martin, 4th grade.
Missy Martin, fourth
Fourth
grade.
grade?
What city?
How old are you in fourth grade?
What city?
San Jose.
What?
Campbell, California. Yeah.
Oh. You know what happened to her?
I do not.
Superpower you'd like to have?
To travel super quickly. Yeah.
I'd like to be Brett Dalton for a day.
Oh, come on.
Sure.
Just have his physique for one day.
I'm just going to pay him.
What would you like to be, Brett?
Time traveler. Let's go back and
I'd like to be.
That was so serious.
Yeah.
Time travel. You'd like to go back?
I'd like to see Marlon Brando on stage perform Streetcar Named Desire, for instance.
1947.
Did you see it? I'm asking you the questions now. Sorry.
So Death of a Salesman? I didn't see Brando do that.
Oh.
Would you like to time travel or space travel?
That's a good question. Space travel, because then you could maybe do time travel within space travel.
There we go.
Yeah, I saw Interstellar.
Is there a Marvel character you'd like to see on the show?
I mean, Thor.
What job would you like to try for a day?
English teacher.
Really? That's so
Wow.
Yale.
Is it? Yeah.
What would you do, Ian, for a day? A different job?
Something to do with animals. Like something to do with like monkeys, gorillas, for sure.
You, Elizabeth?
Astronaut.
Ooh.
Yeah, but not the training, the actual in the spaceship. Yeah.
Something you can't live without?
I was going to say my mum, but that's really cheesy, isn't it?
No, say your mum.
Friends and fat, or water.
Love.
Oh.
That's easy too.
So,
You're going to get love
Come on,
letters
Lizzie,
now.
my daughter. What would you
No,
do?
my family.
Yeah.
Is that a thing, though?
Yeah.
is there anyone else on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. you'd like to play?
Ming Na. Is Agent May, I guess. Or just be Ming Na.
Brett Dalton.
You keep deferring to him.
It's just look at him. He's an Adonis.
There's the chemistry.
We're best friends in real life. So.
Anyone you'd like to play?
Agent Fitz, I think. Yeah.
Best part about your job?
The money. No, the people. Yeah.
What's the best part for you, Elizabeth?
The teamwork we get to do.
You all get together and you like each other?
Yeah, we do.
What about
Same.
you? The same thing?
Mm-hmm.
One word to describe each other. You describe him, one word.
Talented.
Brett.
Handsome.
Ian, describe Elizabeth.
Talented or kind, like slash between the two.
talented.
Adonis.
Brett Adonis?
Yeah.
What?
Michael. No. No.
Funny.
Ian, you have a thing for Brett. Let's reveal it.
No.
Let's get down to it. You have a thing for Brett.
I do, yeah. This is why we're here.
Over bromance.
This is why we're here. No.
You should see where his leg is when they're just two over there.
Yeah, I know.
See how
I thought
close
that was-
they are.
yeah.
Have a boyfriend?
I do. It's not Brett
Joel.
Dalton. I do have one.
Brett, how would you describe Elizabeth?
Elegant.
And Ian?
Oh, thanks,
good
babe.
word.
It's a great word.
This could be...
Try not to cry.
I know. Himself. Yeah.
Is that a compliment?
That could be bad.
Rubbish,
Not
yeah.
bad.
Entirely himself.
It's not bad. It's
Who's the funniest on set?
Ming-Na, by far.
Ming-Na is
yeah.
without meaning to be.
Yeah. Ming-Na.
But you're funny. You're funny too.
Elizabeth, Ian, and Brett will answer your questions next. We're back with the cast of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. The show returns tomorrow night, March 3rd at 9 o'clock on ABC. It's a major hit. We have a lot of fans sending in social media questions. I Heart Downey on Instagram. What superhero would you want to be?
I'd like to just be super science girl, you know?
Yeah, like Iron Man. No, the Hulk. The Hulk.
I'll go with Iron Man.
Iron Man. Agent Fitzsimmons on Instagram. Has your life changed since you started working on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Yes, totally.
Totally.
Yeah. We live in a different country now
Yeah.
and have a job.
What does your boyfriend do?
He's an actor too.
Ian, has your life changed?
Yeah, for sure. It's for the same reasons, Elizabeth. New
And
country.
Brett?
The same. Yeah, I moved down from New York. I mean, not from another country, but yeah. Now I get to work 5 days a week in acting rather than catering. So
That's what you did, catering?
I did.
You were a waiter, or you had a...
No, this is actually, I believe, a catering tie that I used to wear, and I used to go to these
Stole
events
it.
on the other side of it. Hey, would you like this, Mr. Alec Baldwin? So now it's nice to be on this side of the
Kinda
table.
nice. Lisa Neufeld on Facebook. Who tends to break up the most while filming?
Ming-Na.
Ming-Na.
Natalia Rules Cruises on Facebook. What was your reaction when you received the mid-season finale script?
Oh, it was so emotional. I think we were all crying.
I didn't.
No, I didn't.
I was crying.
I was shot 3 times in the mid-season finale by
Yeah.
Sky after I, introduce her to her father and keep my promise after 10 episodes. So I wasn't crying.
Liz Miranda on Facebook. Is there a specific storyline you hope to see happen for your characters?
I still am holding out hope for the Skyward ship happening. That would be cool, even though there's some bullet holes in the hull.
Okay.
Ian?
It's been, I've wanted a monkey, my character to have a monkey for a long time. So
good
I'm going
idea.
to stick with that for now.
Elizabeth?
I'd like to see Simmons get some sort of boyfriend or girlfriend,
Oh, okay.
you know.
Carolyn the Dog on Facebook. Who was a character from a book, TV show, or movie you really connected with as a fan?
From the comic book world?
Yeah. Were you a fan of the comic book movies? Were you?
I was a fan of the movies. You were into comics, weren't you, growing
Yeah,
up?
not huge, not as much as probably someone like Brett or something.
Were you into comics?
I was. I used to go quite a bit. But, what I really liked is the trading cards and
Yeah.
the action figures.
You've got loads of them, don't you?
I
Action
do.
figures.
I do, yeah.
You trade cards?
I used to. What used to happen is they had these comic cards, and on the back they'd have stats like stamina, strength, cool superpower, origin. And so for my birthday one year, I got a box, and then I got a binder that had all of these little...
It's like baseball cards.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. I thought it was cool.
At Crazy Girls Vids on Twitter, do you have a favorite scene you filmed?
I think my favourite is from the finale of season 1 when we were trapped underwater in a pod. Yeah. It was totes emotional, Larry. Really
Do you have a favorite
emotional.
scene?
Oh, I can't. No, I'm going to have to, because it was just me and her in that scene, so I'm going to have to say the same.
No,
Otherwise
you don't
I'd
have
be-
to have the same favourite.
Okay, well then,
You
no,
can
it's
have a
not that
different
one.
one, just
You're not
make sure I'm in it.
It's me and Brett did an episode where we went away with and we had sandwiches and it was nice.
Oh,
we had a good time, right?
That was good.
That was fun.
You have a favorite scene, Brett?
Do I have a favorite scene? I got to work with Bill Paxton last season.
Great guy.
Great guy. And there was one episode in particular that we did where he gave me this really nice compliment, and I think I had a smile on my face for the rest of the
Did you work
scene.
with Samuel L. Jackson?
This lovely lady did.
Great guy.
Great guy. I mean, I was beyond excited for the scene, and I just wonder if someone had a word with her, because I don't cope very well around famous people. That's why they moved me this way, because I was right next to Larry at the start. But I was in a tube the whole time. I was in a hyperbaric chamber the whole time, so I couldn't actually touch him or, you know, get appropriately close.
That was in his contract.
Yeah.
We did a movie scene together, Samuel L. Jackson and I.
What was that from?
The Long Kiss Goodnight.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
And XB, would you like to be an Inhuman?
They seem to just have a lot of troubles. No, I'm happy being a human.
Yeah, I'm happy being human.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah.
Katrina Mora B. Elizabeth and Ian, what would you like to see happen in the Fitzsimmons relationship?
I'd like to see them become friends again.
Yeah.
They're having a difficult time getting on at the moment.
But you don't know if that'll happen because you don't know the scripts.
No, we know nothing.
Yeah.
AV23474, will Ward and Fitz's friendship ever recover?
Certainly hope so.
That's so interesting. I mean, probably not, no. I wouldn't think, but as I say, like, we never know what's going to come up from episode to episode, so we don't know, but I wouldn't think so.
And at OMFG Books, Brett, do you think you'll ever get to properly meet Thomas and Grant's unnamed sister?
Ooh. Again, I certainly hope so. That would be cool. Said with a twinkle in my eye.
This seems, as a casual observer, to be very involved, this whole series.
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand it. Inhumans, humans,
Yeah.
relationships, non-relationships, motorcycles, tubes underwater.
Samuel L. Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson, Bill Paxton. What's it all mean? What is this?
I think it's just...
What is this show?
It's... Well, Brett, you'd be the best.
No. You were already starting. No,
A big side of it is just it's good fun, you know. It's fantasy and it's set in the real world, but it's, you know, it's good
Shield
fun.
is good, right?
Shield
Yeah.
is good.
It has an amazing following, right?
It does.
Yeah,
You must have
fans.
great fan experience. People see you on the street, right, and they get... Do you go to Comic-Con?
Yes.
Yes, we do. Yeah. And some of us do the other ones, these little smaller conventions, the Wizard World and things like that. And those are great, having kids come up and just, hey, that's the guy, or they're scared of you. I get that. You probably wouldn't.
Are you
get that.
signed for a long time?
Yes.
Yeah, the rest of our life.
Thanks, you were great. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'd like to thank my guests, Elizabeth Henstridge, Iain De Caestecker, and Brett Dalton. Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It returns Tuesday night, tomorrow night, March 3rd on ABC at 9 p.m. Remember, you can find me on Twitter at King's Things. I'll see you next time.